Okay, hey, Matt here from Entity BMX Shop, and we're doing this small little feature for Bmxmods page. This is Simon Scott here, and he's managed to come up with this creation, and I don't think anyone else in the world has ever seen something like this. So we've had a little ride this morning to test it out, and we're now going to have a little chat about the ins and outs of this bike and what the ideas are behind it. So first things first, like, what were you thinking?
I thought I got enough old school bikes that are mint and 18.5 top tube. It would be nice to have a 21 top tube old school bike.
Yeah.
I think that was the basis of it. And I toyed with cutting the headset off and extending it, or putting another head tube on. And I doodled a lot of designs, but nothing leapt out as to complement, you know, the shape of the bike. I like the frame; it's an iconic frame.
This is a
So I kind of didn't. It sounds funny because the purists will hate it.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to butcher it. I didn't want to spoil it.
Okay.
So it kind of came down to the putting an extra bottom bracket shell in, which gives a 21 top tube, short back end, long front end. I think I toyed with it for about 2 years. A few weeks ago, I thought, let's get the disc cutter on it. I did pause. I had the frame in the vise.
Yeah.
I had the disc cutter running. I was like, I put this frame on eBay for 300-400 quid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I can touch the disc cutter on it and it's scrap.
Yeah, it's done.
So I walked away. I had to walk away from the vise briefly, and I pictured Leroy stood there telling me, "Don't be whatever." You know what Leroy says.
Yeah.
So I come back with the cutter, and as soon as the disc cutter went into the frame, cutting the little box section bit off the bottom, free liberation. It was like, I'm free now. I can do what I like, and I've been wanting to do it for ages.
I think there's a lot of satisfaction in, like, making something your own. You know, BMX is freestyle, and if you wanna, like, you know, everything's so standard and boring these days, and you've got to make it your own. And I'm a massive fan of cutting stuff and drilling it, and sometimes it doesn't always go to plan, but this is just like probably the most craziest mod I've seen.
It is, because this is more back to the roots of BMX. If you take an old school BMX frame, a Skyway TA, a CW Phase 1, Harrow Freestyler, Mongoose Mark 1, Vector Mark 2, and you spray with aerosol, paint with hammerite, you still know what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You can identify them straight away. You get modern BMX, as good as they are, I ride one myself, you paint them up, you don't know what it is. It could be anything. So, you know,
there's no originality anymore with the frame, isn't it? It's all the same.
Yeah.
It is a shame. You know, when you're buying a new bike, there's always features that stand out, and it's like the soul of the bike, isn't it? When you see something, it just pops.
The thing is, you mod bikes, you're always swapping parts to subtly change your geometry or subtly change your ride, and you never know what it's going to ride like to ride in the park. And that was the big thing with this. I thought, well, I'm going to do it, and I took a gamble on how it's going to ride.
Yeah.
And it was the first ride this morning, and I've landed more 360 spins today than I've landed on the stolen. That before, so that side of it's good. 360 nose turn is going to be harder, but it's going to do it. A little bit weighted. They're heavy bikes anyway, and this is about a pound heavier than another mint one I've got built up. So it's not too bad. It is rideable. It's a bit of a workout.
Well, I mean, I had a little go on it earlier, and compared to my bike, it was, I don't know, it didn't seem a million miles apart. It's more just like some of the older parts that I was getting used to, right? Yeah. But you took to it really well. The tricks you were just riding like you do on your normal bike. Yeah. And maybe that's less thought and more doing, you know, rather than overthinking it. But you've obviously made what you wanted, and you're excited and you're stoked, and you just want to ride it. Yeah.
Do the bike justice. But also the thing is with that mod, it shows its history. It shows you how close the old BMXs were to the new stuff, geometry-wise. Because that's literally, that is the only mod. There's an extra seat post and moving the bottom bracket shell. The rest of it's the same. The back end's similar. And there's not a massive change there. So they were very close in the mid to late 70s. That's an 81 frame. Great.
So there was no intention of ever having it so you can move it back to the original.
No, I got enough of them anyway. I've got 79 Super Goose I ride that's stock, and that's fine. So I've got plenty of bikes to ride as they want. I like riding an 18.5 top tube. You can. They lend themselves slightly for different moves, but this is like a crossover. So it's got, there's there's elements of the newer geometry that are coming out in this, even though it's a heavy bike. It's about £29. I could spin it easy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get 540 round spin. I'll get on this.
But the thing's the type of riding you're into is the weight's not an issue, you know. And if anything, it helps you with your pivots.
Yeah. It's fine. And you got something that is, you know, fairly unique. I'm surprised it's not been done before. I'd be surprised if I'm the first person. I know we've seen head tubes cut off, haven't we?
Yeah, we found
that has been done because it seems the most logical.
Oh, I mean,
the thing is, you cut the head tube off, you're then stuck with a long back end, which is all right for BMX racing. So the reason I was going to do that, but then shorten the back end and that. But I felt this was better, and I am glad. I'm totally behind this. It's like I want to ride this all the time.
Good.
Last one. All right, I got Stitch. Yeah, Leroy did a cracking job. A lot of it's the people, it's the people you meet along the way. See, without Leroy, I couldn't have done this because no one else would have taken it on.
No.
So you need the right people in place.
So that's obviously one of the issues I have is because I'm very good friends with Leroy. Every night when I go home and I sit and conjure up ideas, I'm back down the workshop and I'm cutting and drilling. But yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, you've got to make these things your own, and you've definitely done a good job of that on this bike, mate.
The most important is ride them.
Yeah.
Get them off. Don't hang them on the wall. Get out and ride them.
What have we got to say to the haters then? You know, there's going to be people out there that do treasure these things.
Oh yeah, proper purists will hate it, but it's only one frame modified, you know, come on. And that, but I'm riding.
It is a laser
lot of
frame
purists
as well.
don't ride. A lot do, but there are those that just collect, and it's great that the old bikes are being saved, and that I'm all for it because that is history, and they're beautiful bikes.
Yeah.
But no, it's just one frame, and I enjoy it, and it will get ridden, you know, till the day I drop, probably.
And how often do you still ride then?
Well, every week. Sometimes more than once a week, but every week, usually without.
Once a rider, always a rider.
Yeah.
Key part here, you know. You can ask Dan. What do you think on this bike?
I think it's amazing. I've had a go on it.
Yeah.
And I've got an old school bike, Mark II Mongoose, and that just rides awesome. It's so much nicer. You can pull up the front end, pop it into a manual, did a tyre tap straight away, no struggles. Yeah, it's awesome. I really do like it. It's a clever mind to come up with something so ingenious like that.
I did offer to do this mod to Van's frame.
No,
and he said no.
I can't. No.
So he is. Don't worry. He's going to save his old school frame exactly as it was built.
I just play on yours instead.
But, you know, nowadays they found the recipe for a good bike, so you don't need to cut and shut a new bike. Obviously, when you've got an old bike, stuff never went together well. Things weren't the right angles and things weren't strong, so you have to modify it and make it work better for you. Some of us are just hanging on to that still and like to cut up new things too, you know? Alright, well yeah, if you enjoyed this video, keep your eyes peeled for more, and we'll keep trying to bring stuff like this out, you know? Do it for the nerds.